Hi guys, Sergio here from Blender Bros and welcome to probably the last part for modeling. And we're going to first of all create this kind of like a, grip or pincer or hand, whatever. Here like an attachment so you can actually add some different kind of modules or, devices here to this arm. And then we're gonna add some details to make it a bit more spicy and we're gonna wrap it up, okay? So let's add the cube, Shift A and add the cube, move this cube here. And now I'm gonna be designing this without rotating it because it's gonna be a little bit easier. So, S, Y and scale it and put somewhere here. And what we wanna do is we wanna create kind of like a sort of a grip shape. So maybe going like this, and so we can use chamfers for it first. Maybe go like this and then GY and move it in here. Something like this, maybe closer. And then we can grab that and GY and move it in here. And then we could actually subdivide these. So subdivide it. And this will add a loop here in the middle, okay? And then we can grab this edge and sort of move it somewhere here, to create this kind of a shape. Grab this bit here, the face, and move it somewhere here with G, right? And here we could create another loop here in the bottom. So grab these two, right click and subdivide. And we're gonna combine them together, okay? Let's just turn off the pass through here and J, click, shift click, and J, okay? And with this done, we actually could combine these ones as well here. And we could remove these edges, so dissolve them, okay? All right. So we're gonna grab these two edges and Control B and split them, okay? And we're gonna grab this one and GY and move it in here like this. Sorry, GZ. And combine these two together, so one, right? It's kind of like a modeling without, without booleans, okay? Dissolve these and dissolve these. And let me see that now. So we could grab this and, sort of move it somewhere here. And grab this edge and GY and move it here. We could even lift it a little bit. Actually, no, this is cool. All right, now, so before we run the bevel here, we need to apply scale. Then Control Alt click this loop, so select everything. Control B and, let's run 6 segments should be enough, okay? Let's turn off this pass through. And then we're going to add a cylinder, okay? And move it all the way here. And up and RY90. And let's just scale it on X. And then S Shift X to scale it on Y and Z. S Shift X one more time. And drop one here and Shift E. And make it a little bit bigger, okay? Here. There we go. Select them both, Control J to combine them into one object. So now they're gonna be one object, right? Right click, shade smooth and auto smooth. Right click, shade smooth and auto smooth, and select this, select that, Control minus, okay? So now we can actually apply that, right? So let's grab this and apply it. We're gonna grab this cutter and move it to cutters. And we're gonna select this, shift, select the wheel here, and Control C and copy modifiers, okay? So now we can scale it in, so SX, scale it in, so it's a little bit narrower, right? And actually we can make it smaller. Can make this smaller, guys, right? Something like that. So it's gonna fit here. And we can add some chamfers. So let's just go here and select this edge. And before we actually do that, we need to create some more decent connections here. So K for knife and run it here. Press space, remove this edge, and this one could be going. This one actually is fine. So select these two and press 1. And here, this is fine. We can remove this and we can select everything and mesh and symmetry and boom. And then select this edge here all around, right? Control B, and we need to apply scale. And then Control B, and scroll it down and create a nice thick chamfer, but don't overdo it, because if you do overdo it, you're gonna have these overshoots here, and you cannot fix this without a mesh machine, so be careful, yeah? Let's reduce the bevel a bit, so, you know, hold shift and just scale the bevel just a little bit, yeah? And we need to fix this, these angles here, because they're kind of ugly. There you go. Go to side view orthographic, and you can move your vert a little bit to create a better curve. In fact, what we could do is select these, go to loop tools and relax, okay? And then we can select everything and mesh and symmetrize, okay? So it's gonna just relax them a bit. Here, the same thing, we can just select this, you know, this, these two and Control B. And then select everything and mesh and symmetrize, right? Awesome. And then we can just grab that and, you know, sort of rotate it and gonna put it somewhere here, you know, and make it smaller. Just drop it somewhere here. Shift D, RY, and 180, right? And, you know, just drop it somewhere here like that, okay? So there you go, as your pincer. This one could be sliced in half to accommodate movement, so, you know, just grab a cube, move it somewhere here, GY, SX, scale it like this, okay? We could actually scale it a bit more. Kind of here, oh, here. Either works, really. And move it up, right? And then SZ, SY, right click, shade smooth, same thing. Shift select this ring here and Control / okay? One more time. Control / there we go. And we need to move this boolean above because it's somewhere probably in the bottom, right? So, there we go. And there we go. Okay, and then click this one and cutters, right? So it's just gonna, you know, kind of create a separation here. We could actually apply this boolean here. We need to clean the data. So clean the data, apply the boolean here, apply the boolean, and now you can grab this one in the middle, SX, and kind of scale it in. So it will, you know, sort of suggest some kind of a division there. Now I want to grab this one and add some more details. So you go to edit mode and face mode, and with Control select all these faces around, okay? All of them, right? And we're gonna Shift D that, okay? Right click to cancel, P, selection, object mode, click, right? So we get this bit selected. Let's go to modifiers and edit solidification, and we're gonna move this above. And now we can solidify it outside, okay? Outside a little bit. Even thickness, that's important, and cool. Let's go back, and now what we can do is grab a cube. So Shift A, grab a cube. Move it somewhere here, as Z to scale it on Z, make it really thin, okay? As Z, right? Something like this, okay? Move it somewhere here, all right? Control A, apply scale, it's important. Then we're gonna add an array, all right? Before that, actually, right click, shade smooth, and auto smooth. Go to modifiers and add an array. And now we need to array this on Z-axis. So zero out the X-axis, and we're gonna use the Z-axis, and then we're going to increase the count by that many. Shift click this one and Control minus, and then we're gonna grab this bit, and we need to move this above everything. Okay, actually below solidification. There we go. And then M and cutters, right? And we got this kind of a, you know, sort of a grill here, which is pretty cool. We could borrow one of these cutters, so Shift 2 and, you know, borrow that. So Shift D that here, and remove the array, right? And, you know, create another cut here, okay? So click that and Control minus, okay? So let's grab that. Classic problem here with a boolean, okay? See that? Because you need to respect order of modifiers. We need to move this boolean below solidification. Everything is peachy, okay? So when you get weird stuff, you know, remember that order of modifiers is essential, right? This is why we're using Hardop's and Box Cutter, because we don't have to worry about the order of modifiers. It's been done automatically. So cool, that's actually pretty peachy. I like that. And you know, we could add some additional notches here and there, but to be honest, I think we're good. We could add some cuts here on this mesh. But you know, this could be done with decals, and I actually want to show you a decal workflow with decal machine in an additional video. So it's gonna be kind of like a bonus video for you guys. So if you're interested in, you know, grabbing decal machine, it's gonna be a really cool video to watch. This one could be actually a little bit wider, maybe. I'm thinking probably. Yeah, same here. Here we need to do, what we need to do is we need to actually cut this one or move it, okay? So we need to kind of adjust this this one. Let me just grab this middle part here as well. And, you know, sort of align this a little bit better. Or, you know, create some cut here that will allow us to sort of go inside of this shape, or make this one a bit narrower, okay? So, you know, scale it on, for example, you know, x-axis to make this narrower and allow this arm to actually go inside the other arm, yeah? So we could do something like this, and consequently this could be much more narrow as well, right? So we could grab all these right here and SX and scale them in like that. So it's actually a bit smaller. And this arm here could be sliced through. So, you know, grab another cube or just borrow one. So Shift 2, grab a cube for somewhere here, one of these, right? You could borrow this one. And just, you know, in orthographic view, Shift D, move it here, right? And rotate it like this. And, you know, just simply scale it in. So SX and scale it in. Then select this one, Control minus. And then we need to move this one above, okay? And you got this kind of a mechanism which will allow you to sort of, you know, move this arm kind of inside here. It's just gonna look a little bit better, okay? This one is still too wide, so we can scale it in just a little bit. You know, kind of like that. This one could be scaled to Shift 2 to hide the cutters. And, you know, SX and just scale it in like that. So it's just narrower here on the front, you know. So, okay guys, that's it for this one. Next video, we're gonna be texturing this and we're gonna be rendering it. Should be fun. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.